2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Utah Jazz. Well, for the Jazz, only one win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. And what a beginning to the season we've had. Some amazing plays, some huge games. Shaq, for the teams that have gotten out to a fast start, how do they go about maintaining that momentum?
Well, it's called PPM, Ernie. Perseverance, physically and mentally. Put your hands up, Ernie. Put your hands up, Kenny.
Okay.
Touch it.
All right.
Join hands. You just got to ride the wave and don't overthink it. Bring it back, Kenny. Oh, there you go. Ride the wave. Don't overthink. One last time. Ride the wave. There you go.
Oh,
Bring it back. Yeah, and then ride the wave. Yeah,
I got it.
I call my hands.
What does that have to do with maintaining that momentum?
You got to ride the wave, Ernie.
Oh, okay.
That's the point I was trying to make.
Well,
have you got something that doesn't require physical demonstration?
Well, I just say that your hands were very soft. I just want to say that. You do a good job of, moisturizing.
Moisturizing.
Yeah,
yes.
you do.
And you know what it was? It was some of that Gold Bond. Man up, Ernie.
Oh, my goodness, man. Well, let's just keep improving and see what happens.
Let's go courtside. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And there is a buzz in the air here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. And the Nets head back to Brooklyn after today's contest. Still early in the season, but the front office and coaching staff likes what they are seeing from this team so far. Better winning percentage than last year.
And right now for Brooklyn, it's early, but we can already say something about them that we couldn't say last year. This may be a team with legitimate playoff hopes.
Boys, nice and high.
It'll be the Nets off the tip. So the Nets starting 5. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Mozgov is out there with Jahlil Okafor. And it's Crabbe in at small forward. Now here's Lynn. Crabbe in the corner. No good on the triple. And here's Utah. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I felt like they came out of that with a terrific game plan, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they had great play calling, and then the execution was on point. Outstanding effort all the way around.
Utah's on defense. Outside, Lynn. Picked by Mozgov. Crabbe, good. Crabbe's got the opening basket of the game for Brooklyn.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Rubio dishes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Favors. Misses off the left iron. And the Jazz last season making the playoffs for the first time, Steve, in 5 years.
Ownership showing the patience to build this team back to contention. The front office, part of the San Antonio Spurs tree, drafting well and developing their young players.
And here are the Nets, fresh from a win against Portland.
And look, it's always tough to win on the road. You've got to go in with the right mindset, and they did.
They were the aggressors that night, relentless in their approach, especially scoring the basketball.
There's Lynn with the three. Utah with the rebound. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the 2 times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
But hey, it's a different season, and anything can happen.
Here is Lynn. Derek Favors making his last shot. Out left to the wing. There's Crabb with the three. There's Mozgov. And another shot. Gobert pulls it in. Jazz have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Favors sets the pick for Rubio. Hood against Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rubio. Rubio missing again.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Mozgov kicks to Lynn. The dish to Okafor. To the wing right side. Left side, Lynn. Gobert against Mozgov. Here's Lynn. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And Lynn is just fearless, always looking to get as close to the bucket as he can.
Favors with a screen on Lynn. Rubio against Lynn. Rubio outside. That's a 2 from Hood. Nice D from Russell. The Nets with the lead. Poked loose and stolen by Hood. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
The explosive leaping of Burks serves him well in completing plays like that.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the night here.
One shot.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
The former University of Colorado alumni Burks, a solid 2-guard who can really light it up.
Then the pass to Okafor. To the paint, here's Mozgov. Over Gobert, knocks it down from 7 feet. The Jazz have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Favors with the screen. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Lock at 6. Here's Burks. Another shot, and it's Favors laying it in.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Lynn against Rubio. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. Crabb in the corner. The 3. Rebound, Utah. Gobert's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Now here's Favors. He had 13 points in the win against Miami.
And that's a surprise. He's usually deadly from mid-range.
Lynn against Rubio. And it's Russell in the corner. Hits the 3-point bomb. Russell's got his first 3 points of the game.
And this is what it's all about, guys. The competitive spirit, the energy that we're seeing. This one's got the feeling like it's going to go down to the wire.
I'm loving this one. It's been back and forth with these lead changes. It's probably going to just come down to who has the ball last.
And here's Favors after D'Angelo Russell hitting the 3. Second chance shot, and again, Derek Favors. Favors got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You love the effort of Favors. On the glass, he's a scrappy player who comes away with second chance opportunities for his club.
Now here's Okafor. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Grab the pass to Okafor. Got it. Good job in the low post. Steve, they say that defense wins championships. Talk about the value of communication on the floor when it comes to a team playing great team defense.
I think, Kevin, for fans and especially young kids out there, watch the great teams, the teams that are winning championships. They communicate. The teams that are not winning, you can see on the bench, not a lot of guys are talking. You don't see communication with players and coaches. The teams that win, they are constant chatter about making the right play and also criticizing each other, but constructive criticism.
Did you learn that watching other teams that were great as they were at the top of their game and you guys were a developing team and you were a developing player?
I think for me, at a young age, getting a chance to watch the Detroit Pistons, being from Detroit, hanging around Joe Dumars, Isaiah Thomas, and obviously the late, great Chuck Daly, they were in constant communication, and they won, so that helped me be able to develop my communication skills.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for the Nets.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
Utah trailing here. And David Aldridge spoke with Quinn Snyder. David?
Well, Kevin, he expects their interior defense to be airtight. He said rim protection is something we really do well. Our ability to contest shots allows us to become more aggressive on the perimeter. Makes it a win-win. We'll see if all of that holds up for them tonight. Back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Sounds like he really wants them getting after it at the defensive end.
And I expect to see them very active here early, contesting every shot and battling for every rebound.
It's a game plan that's going to take a lot of effort and energy. But if they can pull it off, it'll make things that much easier for them at the offensive end.
And the first one drops. And the Nets adding their own G League affiliate, the Long Island Nets.
Yeah, and the Nets franchise originally, remember, based in Long Island. So nice to have that homecoming. And of course, with young talent development, so critical for this Nets organization. Having that minor league team in close proximity, very valuable.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Jazz trail by 4. Johnson kicks to Utah. Passes to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Utah. Shot clock at 5. Here's Exum. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Dinwiddie. His last outing, he had 8 points. Carroll kicks to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. And he banks in the layup. LeVert's got his first points of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Jazz shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Mitchell kicks to Jerebko. Now, here's Exum. He's guarded closely. This is to Jerebko. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
A tall guard who can see over the defense. Exum with no trouble locating the open teammate.
Here's Dinwiddie. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And the rejection by Udo. Exum with it. Looking for his first basket still in this one. He dishes it to Yarebko. To the wing on the left. Exum kicks to Yarebko. Carroll against Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. Trying his luck deep. Tries again. Allen knocks it away. Here's Dinwiddie. And the pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's a good screen. Exum pulls it in.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Here's LeVert. 8 points his last outing. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire, or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "Golly, coach, in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized the game was passing me by with these young guys. And me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. No good on the second free throw. And the Utah Jazz, one of the top 6 teams in the league last season. But, Steve, they were swept by the Warriors in the second round after the Jazz took care of the Clippers in round 1. How far does this team still have to go to contend for a title, you think?
They've gone from average to very good, but a talent drain this summer with Hayward and Hill moving on. They'll need to regroup, and the West is only getting scarier. He is so out of his element right now. Hasn't made a shot all quarter. I feel for him.
Dinwiddie dishes to Allen. Here's Hollis Jefferson over Yarebko. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you'll hear some say the sleeper of that 2015 draft was Rondé Hollis Jefferson. I mean, a fractured ankle his rookie season limited him to just those 29 games. But when healthy, he's shown he can be a force defensively.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, what separates Hollis Jefferson, do you think, as an NBA defender?
You know, physicality, quickness to go along with anticipation. I mean, with his pressure D, he's able to suffocate perimeter players and rack up steals. And don't forget versatility. He's a guy that can guard multiple positions, and that's a huge asset for any team.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And, of course, for the Nets, I mean, they won't control their own first-round pick until 2019. There's going to be some losing along the way with not much reward.
Now, here's Exum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Mitchell's shot is good.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
We've got 1:08 left in the first quarter of the game. Dinwiddie passes to Allen. Nets passing it around. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. A three-pointer is right on target. LeVert's got 5 points so far. And Greg, the Nets trading away the better part of a decade worth of draft picks when they went all in back in 2013 and 2014.
Yeah, going for vets like Darren Williams and Gerald Wallace, Paul Pierce, and of course KG. But unfortunately, all past their prime. That team only able to get to the second round, and boy, what a heavy price to pay for so little success in the postseason.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Feeds it to Dinwiddie. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Drains the three-pointer. 6 points for him. Jazz trail by 8. Now here's Exum. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Here's Udo. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be back with you shortly. And Derek Favors known for his work ethic, and he talked about his focus on developing his skills.
Yeah, I just want to get better. I just want to keep improving as a player throughout the year, just get better, keep making strides, and keep getting better in every aspect of my game.
Well, the desire is there, and sounds like the commitment that he's showing is too. How far, Greg, you think he can go?
Well, you talk about desire and commitment, and then you throw in the fact that he has the talent that can be built upon and improved. One big factor will be injuries. That's the big X factor that determines so many more careers than desire. Talent and commitment, you need to stay on the court.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, through one, you have to like the effort, especially on that defensive end.
There are several ways, as you know, to take control of a game. Getting stops is one of them.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Jazz, Jonas Jerebko out there with Udo. Then it's Johnson, then it's Exum, and it's Mitchell in at the 2 spot.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
It's the Nets now after the basket by Utah. 6 on the shot clock. It's tipped, and they'll keep possession. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Kicks it to Jerebko. Exum dishes to Jerebko. Joe Johnson on the wing. From the line, Brooklyn with the rebound.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And it's a 12-point Nets lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
For Utah, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Mitchell. He's got 6. And here's Exum. Pass to Johnson. 5 on the clock. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Steve, so let me ask you this. Do players consciously think about, I need a couple free throws, I need a couple of layups, I got to get a couple of shots per quarter? I mean, do they try to plot and plan an individual quarter like that and how they're going to score in different ways?
You're totally right, Kevin. The reason why is because as a 2-guard back in the day, if I could get to that free throw line and put a foul on a guy that's guarding me, that loosens up his defensive mentality. He's not as aggressive. And then now I know when I get to the bonus, I can drive it. He's either going to let me go or I can create contact and get to that line. You want to score easy, and that's how most scorers do. They really score easy. We just kind of applaud them when they're knocking down threes and big shots.
Here's Rubio. Jahlil Okafor making his last shot. There's the pick. And Gobert kicks to Rubio. He gets that one. Rubio's got his first basket of the night.
High percentage look inside. Rubio always looking to maximize the value of the possession.
An easy layup after coming off the pick. Lynn's got the lead up to 12 now for the Nets.
A good screen made all the difference. It led to an open look.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. And Rubio kicks to Hood. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
For Utah, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Rubio against Len. Gobert the pass to Hood. There's the feed to Favors. Over Okafor. And the shot falls short this time. Brooklyn leading by 12. Back to Lynn. Shoots. Offensive rebound. And Russell gets it to go. Russell's got 5.
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
And Rubio kicks to Favors. Over Okafor. And that one's good by Favors. Now Lynn. He had 25 points in the win against Portland.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Now here's Cram. Shot clock at 5. He kicks to Okafor. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. 6 points for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Rubio kicks to Gobert. He feeds it to Hood. Now the dish to Favors. Over Okafor. Favors can't get it to go.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Here's Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
And just showing great vision there. Russell surveys the floor and whips it to the open man.
Jazz trail by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Hood setting the pick for Rubio. Nice D from Russell.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Rubio against Len. Picked by Okafor. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Derek Favors.
And another thing you like about Russell, just good size at that lead guard position and makes him a handful to defend inside.
Free throw good, Russell. And for D'Angelo Russell, the former #2 overall pick in 2015 out of Ohio State. Greg, in your opinion, what makes him so special as a prospect?
I think it's all about his skill level. I mean, the league loves players who can handle, pass, and shoot. And he can do all three at an elite level. And he's not just a stationary shooter. He can hit pull-ups, a very good in-between game as well. Let's just see if he can continue his maturation process.
And the Jazz call time here.
And guys, aggressive in creating his own shots, but thus far they have not been falling. Probably a good time to try and devote some of that energy to getting others involved.
And we take a look here at the shot chart for Utah.
And the three-point game stands out as a major sore spot. It just has not been falling for him. I think at this point you start to get away from that shot. Try to engage in other parts of the offense. You don't want to hurt your team if that long ball isn't there.
Rubio with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Favors against Okafor. 6 to shoot. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, Derek Favors has played alongside a lot of different type of centers. That's why he's worked so hard to add a jump shot so it's not all clogged up in the middle.
And Steve, when you look at Favors, if you had to pick, do you play him at power forward or do you play him at the 5? You play him at the center?
I think in the old days you play him at the power forward position, but I think right now, nowadays, he's maybe a shade better at the center spot. It's close. You could argue either way.
And he can't get the first one.
And the thing that really sticks out when you look at Derek Favors, his defensive versatility. You know, he can guard the 4s or the 5s on the inside or out. And to have a player like that allows your team to excel.
And he sinks the second. And despite Favors' size and strength, he really moves his feet well.
And that's tremendously valuable in today's NBA. The ability to stay in front of smaller men in switches and pick and rolls. He has terrific lateral mobility.
Jazz trail by 17. Rubio outside. Hood a screen on Lynn. And Rubio kicks to Favors. Gobert the screen. Shoots off the screen. The Jazz again can't hit it.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now, here is Russell. He had 19 points in the win against Portland. Here's Burks. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
The hands of Gobert are consistently moving, which is why he comes up with these steals.
Nets leading by 15. Lynn dishes to Mozgov.
Hey, yo, Jeremy.
Passes it to Crabbe.
Don't let Lynn shoot that.
Rubio against Lynn. Here's Crabbe. Here's Russell. Back to Lynn. Over Rubio. That one wide left. Jazz have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. And it's Lynn with the rebound. Lynn's got his 4th rebound in this one. Crabbe kicks to Russell. Mozgov wide open. He fires. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And that's now 8 points for Timofey Mozgov. Rubio outside. It's tipped. Burks in the corner. Nailed from three-point land.
Burks is really good at picking his spots from outside when he's on the floor. A highly efficient shooter.
Lynn the pass to Okafor. They set the screen to the inside, and that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard. These teams have been terrific at turning turnovers into points. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
They've shown a tremendous ability to cash in on their opponent's mistakes, creating offense with their defense.
And stolen by Favors. And now Utah, fast break. Burks leading the charge. With the tip, Fred pulls it in.
And you just get the sense the whole period he's been a bit out of sync.
Yep, trying to shoot himself back into this. Regain some confidence first.
Now here's Lynn. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. And Timothy Mozgov again. Mozgov's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Jazz trail by 16. Utah calls timeout.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Yarebko's checked in for Favors. Johnson comes in for Alec Burks. Mitchell, he's checked in for Hood. And it's Dante Exum in for Ricky Rubio. And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Okafor. Damari Carroll comes in for Allen Crabbe. LeVert's checked in for D'Angelo Russell. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
Picked by Mozgov. Dinwiddie dishes to Carroll. No good on that one. And Utah the other way now. And as much as the Jazz love to attack the paint offensively, not a ton of offensive rebounds, Steve, for this team. Why do you think that is?
Well, you know, first, like you said, controlling the pace is so important for this team. They slow the pace and they keep their opponents out of transition. That limits them on the offensive glass.
With the floater.
And the size and length of Mozgov, a big factor. Hard to convert when he's there. And while we have a chance, how about the numbers for Gobert? He's averaging 11 points a game, 20 rebounds, and over 2.5 blocks. What incredible numbers. He has been a beast.
You know what? Everything is coming so easy for him right now, operating on the highest level.
And he can't get the first one.
And Damari Carroll, a 4-year college player, 5 actually, when you consider he had to sit out a season after transferring from Vanderbilt to the University of Missouri.
Udo's checked in for Utah. Good on the second free throw. And Damari Carroll nicknamed the Junkyard Dog for his relentless play.
Well, he's a physical player. He can rebound his position. But what he's known for is being able to defend multiple positions, 2s, 3s, and even some 4s.
Now, here's Exum. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. There's the pick. Here's Mitchell. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got his 3rd rebound tonight. It's Carroll on the wing. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Damari Carroll was aggressive, forced the issue, and got a trip to the line.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Damari Carroll doesn't get to the line a terrible amount of times for a wing player, but you know what you like about him? When he gets there, he can convert them.
Now, here's Exum. They set the pick. Udo kicks to Exum. Releases. Carroll with the rebound.
This is how it's been so far. He's missed every shot he's taken, and the team is suffering the consequences.
2 points. That one goes. Here's Exum. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Nice ball movement by Utah. To the middle. Udo. He's off on that one. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Pass to Carroll. Over Johnson. And he can't bank that one in. Jazz trail by 18. Exum with a wide open look. The three-pointer no good.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Here's LeVert. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Dinwiddie's shot is off. On the wing, Johnson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Picked by Mozgov. The pass to LeVert. Inside. It's stolen by Udo. Exum. The shot, no good. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Nets lead by 18. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with head coach Quinn Snyder. Coach, what adjustments are you going to do in the second half?
You just got to keep playing, keep taking the shots, and that's not the issue as much as us not executing on offense. And when we don't score, sometimes our defense lags as well.
Everybody wants to see the ball go in the basket first, right? Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They are in control of this game, up by 18. Kenny, what did you see from them?
There's been one thing that's made a difference in this game above all else: their control of the backboard. They put forth an amazing effort on the glass, and the rebounding numbers aren't even close, Ernie. That'll be something to keep an eye on in the second half. They will be very tough to contain if that continues.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
They were not running an efficient offense. The shot selection has to improve. It's as simple as that. Too many guys working as individuals, not as a team. They need to work as a unit, Ernie. Move the ball.
That's it for now, as the second half's just about ready to go.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Timothy. Jazz trail by 18. Setting the floor for the Nets. Lynn and Russell are in the backcourt. Okafor out there with Alan Crabb, and it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
If you're trying to keep the defense honest, that's the one you really have to make.
Russell kicks to Lynn. Back to Russell. Dishes it to Okafor. Inside to the left side wing. Clock at 6. Got a hand on it.
Rodney has those long arms. He can block your shot. A tenacious defender.
Lays it up off the glass. Hood's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Utah. Brooklyn leading by 16. Picked by Mozgov. Lynn kicks to Russell. Yes! And a nice assist from Lynn. Lynn's got 3 assists in the game. Utah shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Rubio the pass to Burks. Gobert the screen. Favors dishes to Gobert. Feeds to Rubio. Kicks to Burks. Favors with the screen. Gobert with the screen for Burks. Gobert the pass to Hood. Back to Gobert. Rubio outside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
What you get with Rubio, good size for a guard, terrific playmaker, and trying to become a better scorer.
And Ricky Rubio, you know, known mostly for his ability to pass it and create opportunities for teammates, but, you know, I think he's an underrated defender at that point guard spot, and maybe he doesn't get the credit he deserves defensively.
And that one falls for Rubio. And Greg, for Rubio, his defense is something that isn't talked about, but is certainly present all the time.
Yeah, I mean, he's smart, fast, he moves his feet well, and has terrific anticipation with his hands. Great playing both on and off the ball, and just aware of his spacing and a player's tendencies.
Both free throws good from Rubio. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Lynn kicks to Crabbe. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Derek Favors.
2 shots, gentlemen. 2.
For Brooklyn, they have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Now, here's Rubio. Outside Favors. Down low. And Gobert with the basket on the assist from Favors. Gobert's got his first 2 points of the night. Pass to Crabbe. And Okafor has it in the corner. Offline with his 3. Jazz trail by 15. Hood dishes to Burks. Hood, a screen on Mozgov. Off the screen. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
He's a regular at the free throw line. Burks knows how to put the onus on the officials.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
Free throw good, Burks. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. Nets leading by 14. Stolen by Rubio. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. He dishes it to Hood. Back to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Favors. Makes it off the glass. Favors got 11.
He's had an NBA body from day one, and Favors knows how to carve out space.
Russell kicks to Crabbe. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Utah calls timeout.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Hollis Jefferson's checked in for the Nets. Rubio against Lynn. Hood setting the pick for Rubio. Shot clock at 6. Here's Burks, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. 5th, the Jazz.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
Outside, Lynn to the inside. Here's Okafor. Another shot, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And Rubio kicks to Gobert. And here's Hood. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Here's Burks. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Don't be fooled. Burks can flat out fill it up.
Nets leading by 14. Poked away. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lynn. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Lynn's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Here's Hood. A rebound by the Nets. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Here's Rubio. The feed to Gobert. Gobert, the screen. Back to Hood. Gobert with the screen on Russell. 5 on the clock. Here's Hood. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Favors dishes to Rubio. And not sure what he was thinking there. Nets leading by 18. Here's Lynn. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The shot misses. Great D that time from Favors.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now Rubio. He kicks it to Gobert. He feeds it to Favors. Now the dish to Burks. Shoots from 12. Good. He hits the jump shot. Burks has got 16 points.
Jazz coach Quinn Snyder bounced around as an NBA assistant coach. 4 different teams, never staying more than a year. He got his education working under so many great coaches.
And Rubio kicks to Hood. And that one, good. Hood's got 4 this quarter.
Hood is great at getting into the paint, using that high release point of his to get his shot off.
Passes to Okafor. Right side, Russell. And the layup's good off the glass. 13 points in the game.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this league.
Jazz trail by 16. Rubio outside. Has to Burks. Favors with the screen. Burks kicks to Gobert. Right block shot. And again it's Utah.
How about the screen that frees him up, though, for the jumper?
Timeout called, the Nets. And Steve, the shot blocker, Rudy Gobert, earning the nicknames like the French rejection, the Stifle Tower. He says his favorite is Gobzilla. What do you think?
I'm not sure about that one. I like Go-Go Gadget arms, but the Jazz are sure he's their man in the middle going forward. I do know that. They signed him to a 4-year, $102 million extension.
And a new group in for the Nets. Allen's checked in for Okafor. Damari Carroll comes in for Allen Crabbe. LeVert's checked in for Russell. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Jeremy Lin. Dinwiddie kicks to Carroll. Out to the wing. Here's Hollis Jefferson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Jazz trail by 14. Exum with it. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Johnson outside. Off target from outside.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Skying high, one of his advantages as a undersized 4.
For Utah, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Exum passes to Udo. Mitchell kicks to Udo. There's the screen. Here's Mitchell. He's got 6. Lets it go with the 3. Carroll with the rebound. Carroll's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Here's LeVert. 9 points in the game so far. Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Utah has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Exum sets a screen for Johnson. Udo kicks to Mitchell. The pass to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Johnson missing again.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Mitchell. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Fantastic rim protection. That's not in his wheelhouse to overcome.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 6. Nets passing it around. There's a screen. Here's LeVert. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. For Brooklyn, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And so he makes both from the line. Well, in the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant, LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. Do you think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant, so far has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands.
Jazz trail by 18. Over to the wing. Here's Mitchell. And that comes off the assist by Exum. Mitchell's got 11 points.
A natural point guard at 6'6". The playmaking of Exum will only get better with time.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Dishes it to Carroll. From outside the arc. No good that time. And it's Utah the other way. Now here's Exum. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Mozgov, he's checked in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. 1:57 left to play in the third. Feeds to Urebko. 4 on the clock. That's tipped.
You could just see the reach that Carroll has on that defensive play. Nice block.
There's the lob to the hoop, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. There's a screen. Stolen away. Unhindered, going all the way. Here's LeVert. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Mitchell kicks to Urebko. Johnson dishes to Exum. There's 57 seconds left in the third. Crystal on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Dante has great length and quickness to be able to operate inside the paint.
And Dante Exum, a 6'6" slashing point guard. You don't see a lot of players who fit that mold.
No, you don't, Kevin. His size and quickness is really the foundation of his game. He's very elusive off the dribble, and at the defensive end, he's been terrific for a young player.
One shot. One shot.
That's good from Exum.
The point guard out of Australia, Dante Exum, is a rare physical specimen. Reason why he has great length at that point guard position. Great size.
Here's Dinwiddie. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Dinwiddie's got 8.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Urebko kicks to Exum. 6 on the shot clock. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's LeVert. He's got 13. Here's Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. This one for 3. Rebounded by Urebko. Urebko's got his 4th rebound in this one. And so it's Brooklyn with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Nets leading by 18. They've got Mitchell, Jonas Urebko out there with Udo. Then it's Johnson, and it's Exum in at the point. That's the group right now for Utah. LeVert, that 3 off the mark.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Here's Exum. Sweet little floater. Exum's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Utah.
And with those long arms, it's very difficult to defend Dante Exum when he's taking it to the bucket.
Here's the screen. LeVert the pass to Allen. Here's Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher. Exum dishes to Udo. Mitchell kicks to Udo. There's the feed to Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Here's Mitchell. And what was that about? Not a good shot right there. Nets leading by 18. Pass to LeVert. Kicks it to Allen. And And it's Allen with the jam.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And here's Udo. Yarebko in the post. Defended by Allen. Yarebko can't get it to go. There's the dish to Mozgov. And Mozgov throws it down.
And this one a great way to score if your number isn't being called. Mozgov crashing the offensive glass.
Exum kicks to Yarebko. Nice ball movement by Utah. Exum passes to Mitchell. Johnson outside. Teardrop shot. He lays it in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Timeout called, the Nets. And replay review now commonplace. In the interest of speeding up those reviews, Steve, the league last season allowing officials at the replay center in Secaucus, New Jersey to make the call. You like that decision?
You know I do, but I think sometimes finding a way to speed it up, and I think there's some way where you can have a referee right there on site also can be able to get a chance to see the play, because sometimes technology doesn't get back from Secaucus back to the game. If some kind of way, the middleman, if he's there and it's obvious play, that could cut the time, you know, because right now sometimes it's taking a long time.
As long as they get it right, correct? How they do it, who cares? As long as they get the call right, though, to me is the most important thing. What about you?
I do love that, Kevin, but I think sometimes, you know, human error is a part of basketball. The refs can't be perfect.
True.
And so sometimes if they're a bad call, it's just a bad call. You got to live with it.
Rubio dishes to Gobert. That one a little long. Brooklyn leading by 20. Outside, Lynn. There's the pick. Deep two from Russell. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Burks kicks to Favors, and there it is for him.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
The Nets have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. The pass to Okafor. Screened by Russell. There's Crabbe with the 3. Up again. And it's Russell with that extra effort. And the Nets lead by 20.
A scoring machine right now. Russell with the shoot-first mindset tonight and making it look easy.
Rubio outside. He dishes it to Gobert. Shoots over Mozgov, and it's Gobert again missing. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And a wide open look for Lynn. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Just wonderful form on the J from Lynn, dropping it in the face of the D.
Lynn against Rubio. He kicks to Burks. Here's Favors, and he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
It takes a lot of skill to get whacked and still complete the basket. Luckily, Favors is a super talented player who does this regularly.
One shot, behind the lanes.
That one misses for Favors. And the initial rules for the NBA include that 6 personal fouls is the magic number before you're done for the game. It's been this way since, you know, who can remember. But do you think 6 is the right number, Steve, for fouls? Or would you like to see them raise or lower it?
I definitely wouldn't want to see them raise it. I think 7 would be too much. Maybe if they lower it, that's a possibility. But right now I think it's 6. Maybe 5, or maybe you can experiment during some preseason games or in summer league. But I think 6 should be the maximum.
Pick by Okafor. Lynn the pass to Mozgov. Lynn dishes to Russell. Again, Russell missing. Jazz trail by 19. Burks kicks to Rubio. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Usually on the front end of the catch and fire. Rubio on the finishing end right there.
Pass to Okafor. Back to Lynn. Now Okafor. And the Nets miss again.
I'm not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Burks the pass to Rubio. Out to the right wing. Gobert the screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. Okafor. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Allen's checked in for Okafor. Well, Rudy Gobert has apparently blocked the shots of about half the players in the NBA. And, Steve, if you ask him, he can tell you who he's gotten.
He takes a lot of pride in it. Fortunately, that reflects in his work ethic. And with his physical tools and his love for the game, he has a chance to be special.
The first one falls.
You know, the shooting ability of Derek Favors combined with his size makes him a hard matchup for most defenses.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Brooklyn leading by 14. Lynn with it. Grab the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Over Favors. And the Nets miss again.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Burks' shot is good.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Mozgov passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Crabbe, and he comes up with the deuce.
And you have to appreciate the aggression. Nice work inside.
Jazz trail by 14. Gobert the screen. Outside Favors. Good on the wing. Rubio against Lynn. Now here's Rubio. Defense is right there.
And that can't happen. Missing the wide open chip shot.
Deep 2 from Russell. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Because of his size and how he can adjust, Russell really proficient at hitting the contested J.
Favors with a screen on Lynn. And Rubio kicks to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
This is a guy who knows how to orchestrate an offense. Terrific lead pass.
Lynn against Rubio. Russell dishes to Lynn. A 3-pointer off the mark.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Rubio with a wide open look. Off target from outside.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be. You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. Damari Carroll's checked in for Brooklyn. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Carroll can be so patient inside. Great timing on that play.
Jazz trail by 16. Rubio, the pass to Favors. Shoots over Carroll. Favors can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Picked by Mozgov. Russell kicks to Carroll. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Carroll's got 5 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Utah calls timeout. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, because he's been killing them all night. They are struggling to find an answer.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Timothy Mozgov.
And the shooting percentage, how about all the way in the 60s, shows how deadly he could be when he's feeling it. And as locked in as he was, they were trying to feed him as much as possible. But he never got out of control. I mean, he kept his head and just stayed patient.
LeVert's checked in for Damari Carroll. Lynn against Rubio. Favors with the screen. And stolen by Russell. To the middle. And stolen by Favors. In transition, here come the Jazz. Burks' shot is good. Burks has got 22.
Crossing up the defense, and that's what you expect from Rubio. Terrific vision.
Lynn the pass to LeVert. He feeds it to Mozgov. Nets passing it around. Lynn dishes to Mozgov. And stolen by Favors. And a wide open look for Hood. Utah gets it back. Burks kicks to Rubio. Here's Hood. Here's Gobert, and it's sent back by Russell. Right wing. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
One shot.
Free throw good, Russell. Well, Steve, with the rise of NBA message boards and increased coverage from beat writers, NBA players have plenty of opportunity to read up on opinions of what people are saying about that player. Is this something that is impossible to avoid? And do some players read fan opinions about themselves? Are they reading these critiques?
Yeah, I think they are. Some players read in too much. Fans have a voice, but you don't have to read the good or the bad. But going back to the beat writers, I think a lot of times a beat writer is one of those guys that you see every day, and you're looking to challenge him when he writes something bad, and also you want to pat him on the back when he writes something good. But I think you got to look at the beat writer and understand he's doing his job. You got to kind of separate that. But a lot of times when there's a beat writer interact with a player, a lot of times it's bad, especially if the beat writer has written something negative toward the player. I wish they can separate those guys. And also the players can separate the beat writers from fans.
Mozgov, a screen on Rubio. Lynn kicks to Mozgov. Clock at 6. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one. They have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Gobert with a screen for Burks. Here's Favors. Again, Favors missing. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock, and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Lynn against Rubio. Lynn the pass to LeVert for the 3. Rebounded by Hood. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. With Jeremy Lin, impressive team win tonight. What were your thoughts?
I thought it was a great effort, 1 through 15. Everybody just coming out with high energy and playing team basketball.
The ball got going and it led to a big win, Jeremy. Thank you. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.